Hi guys, it's Trinity and I'm tuning back in with another video. Do y'all like the hair? It was the birthday hair. It is the birthday hair. Birthday hasn't passed yet. It's Leo season. The birthday hair was giving rock star at first, but then I switched over to this 80s kind of look. I have hair all over me. So I don't know what it's giving now. I'm still getting over COVID, but it's still cute. I overcurled the bangs and I keep doing that, and I'm just gonna leave it be, because if I touch it again, I'm gonna mess it back up. As you can see by today's title, I'm gonna be telling you guys my 5-star reads, the only books I've ever given 5-star reads. And during this process of looking for books that I gave 5-star reads, guess what? I realized I've been way too generous with my ratings. I saw books from there that I think it might have been Reader's High. I won't be too harsh on myself. It might have been Reader's High, but I saw books from there that was like, that was never a 5-star read, actually. Be for real with yourself, Trinity. So I had to eliminate some of the books and change some of the ratings, because I'm like, I didn't really like that. Or I liked it, but that wasn't really worth 5 stars. Also, we have a new addition to the family. I have a Kindle Paperwhite. Oh, that's the first book. I have a Kindle Paperwhite. Finally, you know, because, you know, I'm the ebook queen. If you didn't know, now you do. I'm the ebook queen. I had to upgrade my arsenal, you know? Okay, we have the Mindfuck series. Maybe I shouldn't curse. I don't care. So the first book is the Mindfuck series, and I really resonated with this book a lot because I heavily connected with Lana. It is about Lana, a serial killer, meeting Logan, an FBI agent who is investigating a serial killer. And he ends up getting her case, and she's going on a rampant killing spree, and you find out why and what her reasons are. And when I did, I was like, yeah, all hail to her. That's my queen. She deserves all the justice she is seeking for herself. Great. It's romance is a subplot. Its main focus is Lana and her journey and her killing sprees and why she's doing what she's doing and how she gets it done. She's a mastermind. She's a mastermind. The whole series, I was very in tune with it. I didn't put the book down. I think it's 4 books, 4 or 5. Each book, done, started the next one, done, started the next one. It drew me in, it captured me, and it kept me there, and it didn't disappoint. So for that, 5 stars. Second book, All Your Perfects. This is what I meant when I said, when I give 5 stars, certain people might not like the books. This book does have mixed emotions and mixed reviews for it, but all in all, I gave this 5 stars because how it made me feel. How it made my soul feel. Deep down in my gut, I felt this book. Then, the last thing Quinn expected was to meet the love of her life outside her fiance's front door. A year after leaving behind their cheating partners, Quinn and Graham are in a perfect relationship that seems destined for fate. Now, 7 years later, their perfect love is threatened by their imperfect marriage. The memories, mistakes, and dreams that they had built up over the years are tearing them apart. The one thing that could save them might also be the very thing that pushes their marriage past the point of no return. Past, you see how in love they are, how so much into each other they are, how really they're soulmates. They're soulmates. You see that. And the now. You see the now, and how, like you said, their marriage is falling apart, and how they could go from being so in love and so soulmatey to now, like it's so mind-boggling. So when it came to a lot of inspirational quotes, when it came to a lot of lovey romance moments, I was like, this is soulmate. This is not fated mates, but it's soulmates in a real world sense. And that's what I really loved about it. Like their little quirks and their little things that made their relationship specific to them. There's so many moments in this book I was like, wow, that's so emotional and heartfelt. Like it really pulls at your heartstrings. And when you get to the part when they're trying to mend their relationship, tears. When you get to the love letters, tears. I think I cried. Which one was my favorite one? The third one? The third one, I believe, is my favorite one. It's just so beautifully written that I gave it 5 stars. I hope that made sense. I feel like I was just rambling. Next up on the list is Dirty Kisses by Kenya Wright. This is a Russian black woman romance, so BWWM interracial mafia romance. So Emily's brother gets into a jam with the mafia, and he basically rats her out and is like, my sister can help your business. So he was doing some crooked mess and messing up the mafia man's cast, his money washing system he had over in America. So her brother was like, my sister can help you with the money washing, and threw her under the bus, and that's how she got to the outside of the mafia. And then they basically become in a forced proximity partnership. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't finished this series, and it's not because it's not good, it's because it's so damn good that I did not want to break my own heart by finishing it, because I hate finishing series. I don't want it to ever end. So what's best way to make it not ever end than to not ever finish it? I give this 5 stars though, because one is BWWM. I love BWWM, and you'll see that because I have another one on here, 2 other ones, 3. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know why. It's been ingrained in me now, because I've been reading Wattpad books and fanfics since I was in middle school. So you like what you like then, and you like what you like now. I loved vampire and supernatural romances then. I love them now. It's ingrained in me. It's in my DNA now. I love BWWM. It's my favorite mafia romance to this day. It follows them on how smart. I really love this because I love a strong female lead. As Mindfuck series, Lana is a strong female lead. Emily is a strong female lead. She is smart. She learned how to survive in her environment. She learned how to make do with what she had. Her crumbs, she turned to cookies. But I love her mind, the inner workings of her mind. Also with Lana, like, I really love a badass bitch female main character. I really love this though, because usually in mafia romances he's the big dog, but she's like, no, I'm the big dog, bark, bark. And they're like, it's like this fight for dominance that I love so much. And once she gets into a place where she feels safe, she becomes submissive to him. It's like, it's not just outright submissiveness. It's, you gotta earn this submissiveness. And I love how beautifully that's written in this book. At first, Cashmere and Emily have a tricky arrangement based on fear and danger. Her working for him is like balancing on a tightrope. He's a monster wrapped in a gorgeous package. Still, there's an air of sensuality around him that makes her forget sometimes how terrifying he can be. The sexual tension heats up between the two, but one violent night changes everything, pitting everyone against each other, Russians, Jamaicans, even in Harlem with a gun. Cashmere and Emily somehow learn to trust each other before they end up being one of the dozens of dead bodies left in the streets of New York. I just love, especially a strong black female main character. Let me specify that. Next up on the list, we have The Cruel Prince. This is my baby. This is what got me into, Throne of Glass got me into fantasy. This is what made me fall in love with fantasy. I'm rereading it right now, as you can see. Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous high court of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more but to belong, but many of her fae despise humans, especially Prince Carden, the youngest, wickedest son of the High King. To win a place in the high court, Jude must defy him and face the consequences. If I didn't say it before, and I must iterate it again, I love a badass female main character. She is trying to achieve things that technically she ain't gonna be able to do. Like, she wants to join the army, the Fae army, and that's what she set her goals to. And there's so many obstacles in her way, aka Carden, aka the Fae King, aka the Fae court, aka her stepfather. And no one wants her to try to do anything more than be a human, basically. They're like, go marry someone rich, be pretty, and use that to your best fitting. And she's like, no, I don't want to just be pretty, another pretty face. I want to be a warrior princess. And for that, I commend you, bitch. I would have just been pretty. I would have just married someone and just been a pretty face. I mean, personally, when push come to shove, I ain't shoving nobody. I'm sitting my ass down. I love this series. Romance is a subplot, but I love this series. I don't care that romance is a subplot. I prefer it, actually, because it gives you more time to actually focus on the main character being a badass bitch. Basically, main character trying to find themselves, main character trying to save the world, main character doing whatever they need to do. I ate it up. I don't think there was a moment where I wasn't sweating profusely trying to figure out which turn was about to happen next, who was about to die, who was being betrayed, what was going on, what secrets lie, who's lying, it captured me. I love when a book captures me. I have a vivid imagination, and I love the world building in that book also. It really takes you there. Like, it gives you the full world experience I'm scared of fate now. I really like fantasy. I want to go to a fate world, or I want to go here. No, this book made me scared of fate. I'm like, I don't ever want to see a faith tree. I don't ever want to go under the hill, over the hill, near faith fruit. I don't ever want to leave an offering. I don't ever want to make Faye happy or mad. I was shocked, honey. I was shocked because the prince was really cruel. I didn't like Carden in the first book. Now the second and the third, you got me. He's my husband, you know? But yeah, Jude held her own. I just love when female main characters are able to find themselves and achieve the unachievable. I love when the unachievable is achieved. I love when the underdog wins. Next up, we have Sinner by C.R. Simone. I will be honest, it took me like 2 to 3 months to finish this book. Because attention to detail there is in this book. I really like this book though, because even though it is surrounded by God, the main focus is like Christianity and finding oneself and wanting to submit to God and learning about God, questioning God. I love that because when it comes to me, I sometimes come between obstacles when it comes to my faith, and I'm like, that makes sense. That doesn't. And this book really opened up my eyes on a lot of things when it comes to God. A lot of the quotes in this book really were eye-opening. I was like, that answered some questions for me. Like, that opened up a new door for me, that uncovered my eyes on certain aspects. And even though it is focused on God, it doesn't shove it down your throat. And I love that. Like, it's not here in your face, Christian, or here. It's subtle, but it's also beautifully written because I'm intrigued. I'm learning, but it's not a boring class lesson. It's not just information being shoved down your throat. It's being said in a way where it's like I'm included into a conversation. I'm not just being read a conversation. I'm being read details or being read the Bible. I'm included in a conversation that's actually very eye-opening and very heart-opening and mind-opening. Their relationship aspect and how they both balance it, trying to find themselves and also trying to be very in tune into their faith, or for him not in tune into the faith, it's very beautiful. I was like, this is so gorgeous, delicious. I ate it up. Once I got past like the 50% mark, then I was deep diving into the book. Like I said, it took me 2 months to read this book, but I was deep diving into it because I started to become very connected with the book, and I wanted to see where it led. I wanted to be the answers to what I was looking for about my own self and my own faith. And I don't know if that's what her point was to do, to help answer people's questions or to help people find themselves, but it really did help answer my questions and really did help me find myself. The Princess Bride by J.J. McAvoy. It's a BWWM romance, modern day royal romance. Think of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. That's what this gave. It touches on the fact that she's black, but it doesn't do it in an ignorant way, and it's mainly probably because the author is black. I will say they don't get a second of reprieve, whatever the word is. They don't get a second to breathe, okay? They jump over one obstacle, and baby, there's a next one. Brick wall. They ran into so many brick walls. I just wanted the best for them, and that's another thing that kept me intrigued. It's a 3-book series. I was just like, baby, I just want y'all to be happy. Happiness. J.J. McAvoy was like, never heard of it. Y'all don't get happiness. Is marriage a convenience? On both ends. One, his kingdom is going bankrupt. 2, she needs to get married to get the money that her father left behind because he passed away. She needs to get her trust fund. Her father created a business. It's like Google, but black owned and better. So I really love this book a lot because what I've come to realize is I love dialogue. I love when people talk. I love conversations because it allows me to connect with the characters way better. It allows me to get into the characters' minds way better. It allows me to find their personalities, allows them to develop. There's a difference between reading internal monologue and just reading dialogue. And I really prefer a lot more dialogue. And I don't know if that's me changing as a reader or my perspectives changing, or books are just, I feel like, not to bash any authors, but I feel like a lot of authors just don't hit the nail on writing a good and descriptive book detail. This book hits the nail on it. This book hits the nail on it. Legendborn hits the nail on it. And I feel like that's because some authors just have better writing styles fitting for my brain and how I think and how I read. When I'm reading, it's a whole movie up here. I'm envisioning scenes and I'm envisioning fights and I'm envisioning smut scenes or whatever, and it needs to be entertaining. It's just a lot of thinking. I can't really envision you thinking. I can't envision you talking to yourself as much as you taking action in what you're doing around you. Oh my gosh, he is such the cutest, kindest, sweetest man. Prince Gail and Odetta. He loves poetry. He loves anything about poems and the arts. And so he's writing her poems, writing her letters, trying to swoon her over. She does not want to be got. She does not believe in love. She's like, back up, buddy. You're not the one for me. I don't want you. You seem kind of pig-headed. You seem like an F-boy, actually. And I love the reformed playboy trope. Like, it's so good. It eats every time. It eats every time. I love seeing the change man. And so she's like, I don't want you. And he's like, this chase is so fun. He becomes more of a chase man because he actually has a conversation with her. And he's like, I love the way your mind works. Like he becomes very obsessed with the way she thinks, with the way she talks. And he's like, you're the one for me. And I at least want to be friends with you. Can we at least be friends? Like, it's so cute. And it's kind of low-key. He gives golden retriever, but it's like at the same time he gives bad / playboy. Like, it's a mixture of both. His character isn't just heavily focused on being the playboy or being the reformed playboy. And I love that. Like, you actually see he has depth. Now, honorable mention to the book I just read, Mile High by Liz Tomford. Read that book. Hockey romance, sports romance. I gave it 4 stars. That's why it's not on this list. But he is a playboy, reformed playboy, and he has depth. And their relationship is so cute. Anyways. But yeah, I love JJ McAvoy. I'm obsessed with her. And the next book is also a JJ McAvoy. It is The Sunrise, Sunset, Paramore by JJ McAvoy. It's a vampire romance. It starts off with Druella and Theseus. They meet one night when she's a vampire. Yeah, he's a vampire. She's a vampire. They meet one night when she's out searching for bodies. Okay, she's out searching for food or substance. And so he lost his memories, and he's on a mission to get them back. And at first, it wasn't a big deal to him, but then they start realizing pieces don't fit. And then they start realizing she don't remember a lot of stuff either. And then they start realizing the whole world done forgot something. So magic was at play. Something happened. This also deals with witches, werewolves, vampires, the whole 9 yards. And so they're trying to connect the pieces in the puzzle, and they're also slowly falling in love. So it's kind of like forced proximity, soulmates, fated mates. So yeah. And while they're on this adventure to do it, she's also, I think JJ McAvoy has a thing for making her love interest not want to be loved. She's like, I don't want you. I don't even really know you, dude. And you keep saying we're soulmates. I really don't give a fuck. I really like the book. I'm going to be honest with you. I have an obsession with vampires. I have an obsession with supernaturals, period. So that was a really great book for me because I needed a heavy fix. And like I said, I love dialogue. And JJ McAvoy knows her. I love her writing style. I just love her writing style. I mentioned The Legend more because Brie is a badass bitch. Go read the book's description on it, and we're about to close this out. So those are my 5-star reads. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like this. I hope I didn't talk too much, and I hope I didn't talk your ears off. But as you can see, I get very passionate about the books that I love. They have a deep connection to me, and if you read them, you don't like them, that's fine, but keep it to yourself. Don't come tell me. Go write it on Goodreads, babes, or tweet about it. But I don't know. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in with me. If you want more videos, or if you have any video ideas, comment them down below. Give this video a heart, subscribe to my channel, and go follow all my socials linked in the bio. Thank you for watching. Kisses. Bye.